Well, guys, here we go. Are you ready? I'm ready. This is going to be awesome. I would love to catch one on that spinning rod with that white rat. Honestly, I really want to throw that one first. All right, Savage Gear, white rat on a braided line, 5-foot rod. The good thing about this rod is the gear ratio is really slow. It'll help keep the bait at a good pace. That looks so good in the water. I have this on 15-pound braid, 15-pound Power Pro. This thing really looks good in the water. I love for something to come out and hammer this thing. Oh, something followed it. Oh my gosh, that was a huge fish. Something just followed this bait up to the water. That was awesome. I think this will probably do better over by the trees and the weeds and along the shoreline. There's some fish following it. All right, well, I'll give the duck a cast out there, and then we'll make a move. Stay tuned, guys. All right, I got the duck on here. Nothing followed. There's always fish hanging out over there. I think in the morning I'll have a much better opportunity of hooking up with a fish instead of the middle of the day when it's hot and sunny outside. But it's going to be overcast for just a minute or two. But I think over there was a huge fish that jumped out there. Huge fish. Over there by the trees. I can't cast that far, unfortunately. There's a big fish that just jumped over here to my left. To the left of the trees. So I'm going to make a cast. Over there. See what happens. It looks like it's spinning. Why is it spinning? Oh, because it's got crap around its leg. That's why. Seems like with these legs, if that happens a lot, it's not going to run true. It looks good in the water. It sounds good in the water. It casts great. We'll try the other one real quick. The other duck. This one is going to be the one that catches the fish. The big one, I think, honestly, I think it's going to be the brownie. Something gave it a good look. I'll try over here. Get back in the sun or the shade. Got it, 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 got it on camera. Got it on camera. Inhaled that rat. Dude, what a freaking hog. What a freaking hog. What a freaking hog. Dude, yes. Yes. Look at the mouth on that thing. Wow. Dude, that is awesome. If I can get the hook out. Ow. Man. Look at the mouth of that fish. Look at the mouth of that fish. I knew it. I called it. What a freaking hog. What a hog. That right there. Challenge complete in 10 minutes. Savage Gear 3D rat. What a freaking pig. What a pig. Look at the mouth. Look at the mouth on that thing. Awesome. Get him back in the water and get a picture. Live long, love hard. Catch some huge freaking slime donkeys. Peace. All right. We're going to get the release before I peace out. I might take this and go around the corner. Look at that. Look at that mouth. Look at the mouth on that thing. That's a picture right there. Man. She was hungry too. See you later, baby. Thank you. Yes. Yes. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right. Did I call it? Or did I call it? I called it. I knew that was going to be the one. He or she came out of nowhere and pulverized that rat. Whew. Man, that was awesome. Yeah, I'm breathing hard, but that was a bucket mouth. It would just be icing on the cake to catch another one. Just one more fish, and then we're gonna go do some work. There was a lot of bluegill down there looking, but we don't want bluegill. We want big slime donkeys, big old bass, and I know they're in here. That first fish was a beautiful fish. Gosh, what a nice fish. It was skinny. You could definitely tell it was post-spawn. Had a humongous, I mean, that was a 10-pound head all day long. All day long, that was a 10-pound head. But a tiny little body, only about 5-pound body. Little dinkaroo. It's getting a lot of looks from small bait fish. But like I said, I don't want bait fish. I want giants. Basically what I'm doing with this rat is I'm trying to make it look as natural as possible, which means that I'm diving it just below this. Yeah, I'm diving it subsurface. I think I got some weeds. That's why it's running funny. You can, the cool thing about these rats is you can tell when it's not running right because it swims funny. So basically I'm just looking for little openings where I can throw this and try to make it look as natural as possible. Vary your retrieve. Just like you would a crankbait. Stop it, start it, pause it, let it float to the top. These grass patches over here look juicy as crap. So I might give it a little toss right here. This is on 15-pound FlCl. That's what I'm throwing this on. Lews Carbonfire 7.5-1. Bass Pro Shops Tourney Special. 7 foot, medium heavy, fast tip. Man, this grass looks so juicy. I'm gonna throw right out past it, and I'm gonna bring it back right through. There was a fish that just came out from behind the reeds or the weeds, whatever. Maybe I'll just try to bring it through those patches of grass. Pause it. Right in the middle of them. Give it a little swim. Follow the grass. Just make it look as natural as possible. And that means varying how you retrieve it. The cool thing about these rats is they are very lifelike, so the appearance is already done for you. What you need to do is make it swim like a rat. See how I paused it? Well, if I had a camera crew, you would see how I paused it, but I pause it, I stop it, let it sit, cast it out there, let it sit, or immediately once it hits the water, start running it back. There's so many different ways that you can retrieve this rat. And one of the things that Savage Gear has done very, very well is made the appearance look believable. And it's our job as the consumers and the fishermen to use them effectively and make them swim like they are appearing. There's so many different ways to swim this, like I said, and Savage Gear, I don't think that I've seen a bad product from them so far. I'm not, when I cast this lure out there, I'm not chunking it, I'm not whipping it, I'm using a light line. It's almost like a top water finesse. Because most people, when they fish top water, use braided line. This water is clear. Even though it looks dirty, from the waters looking up to the surface, it's very clear and they can see everything that moves, which is one of the reasons why the big bass in this lake, pond, whatever you want to call it, that's the one reason that these fish can get so big, is because there is a lot of forage, like big humongous bluegill and crappie right down here where I caught that bass on that MICROLITE Plus challenge the other day. There's a bluegill looking at it, 2 bluegill looking at it. Those are fat ones too. I know you can't see it, but they're there. So Savage Gear, awesome job. Awesome job. Thank you for making baits that look believable. Thank you for making baits that are affordable And thank you for Dick's for making these 3 for $25. Number 2, guys. Number 2. I didn't have my camera on, but I'm water skiing it on the rat. That's a nice heavy fish, big fat one. Clobbered it. Pretty fish. Number 2 on the rat. Awesome. I saw a huge commotion out there on the water and just tossed it out there real quick. Put my rod tip up like this and let it create a wake. A nice V wake on the water, and that fish just came up and hammered it. That was awesome. I knew I should have turned my camera on. All right, so we'll look for one more fish here. That's all I was doing, holding my rod tip up like this, making a V wake, reeling nice and slow, just enough so that that body and that tail kicks back and forth from left to right. Just enough to make some movement on the surface and keep that V steady. The only thing that I can see when I cast it out that far is the V that it makes on the water. And that's really going to be indicative to the fish as to what kind of prey it is. If it's one that's alive, if it's one that's dying. So also keep that in mind when you're throwing it out there, that how you retrieve it can have a huge impact on whether the fish find it interesting or not. So we're going to give it maybe 2 more casts, and then we're going to get rocking. I'll go upload this footage. Freaking awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. Slime freaking donkeys. That's what it's all about. Thinking outside the box, trying a bait that you haven't used. I've used a rat before, but it was not one this big. And by the standard of the mouth on that fish, I could have had a bigger rat, and it still would have ate that rat. Even the smaller one that I just caught, that one was, like I said, like maybe a 4th or a 5th of the size. Still a decent fish, but that first one was just a freaking slime donkey. Gosh. The mouth, 10-pound mouth. 10-pound mouth all day long, and a little 5-pound body. There's definitely enough forage for that fish to grow its belly back. So if it was somewhere else, I'd be a little bit concerned, but as much as the spawn has produced some good offspring that I've seen, I mean, there's little fish, little minnows and little bluegill and little baby bass swimming around everywhere in here, and that's a good thing. And these fish are healthy, and they're eating, and clearly they're eating well for them to even consider hitting a rat that is this size. So we're going to try a few more casts where I caught that big one, and then we're going to keep on rocking. Stay tuned, guys. To fish swim baits, or any kind of baits like this that require a lot of patience, is extremely hard. Another way that you can fish this also is subsurface like that, so that it makes a V under the water, and then it transfers to the top of the water, just below the surface. Hold your rod tip down a little bit, and then run it right under the surface so that it makes a V on top of the water. This water is so clear that I can literally see out like 15 yards, 20 yards in front of me. I can see exactly where that bait is. That's how clear this water is. It's awesome. You can twitch it. Twitch, twitch. Twitch, twitch. Reel it in a little bit. Twitch, twitch. Reel it in a little bit. Make a V. Make a wake. Run it on the top. Put your rod tip down. Run it subsurface. Pause it. These fish, for some reason, they really, really like the movement, pause scenario. For whatever reason, these fish really react to a cast, and then it sits, and then you retrieve it, and then you pause it, and then you retrieve it some more and you pause it. I don't know what it is about that, because that's not the case everywhere, but it seems to be the case at this particular body of water. So I think maybe they've caught on for today, but once it gets closer to dusk, this would definitely be a killer lure to have tied on. Phone's blowing up. Instagram, Facebook, your space, my space, YouTube, MeTube, FaceTube, TubeFace, whatever you want to call it. But any day that you can get out on the water is a great day to be on the water. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this hands-on review of the Savage Gear 3D Rat 28 gram, the big girl. And like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you're new to it, please subscribe to my channel. I've got so many good things going on this summer. At the end of this month, I'm getting ready to go out to Iowa, to the Midwest, Wisconsin, Illinois, Nashville. Then in August, I'm going to New York to see my friends and family up there. If you live in Iowa, close to the Quad Cities area, Dubuque, shoot me a message. If you got some fire holes, hit me up and we'll do some fishing. But as for now, I'm gonna give this one more cast, and that'll be it. The sun is out and the wind is calm, so chances are, as soon as I say the wind is calm, the wind picks up. Isn't that funny? All right, one more cast. Good cast. Let it sit there for a minute. Give it a little twitchy twitch. You can even do that. One hand on the rod. Just play with the slack in your line. So many different ways to fish this. Hopefully, you learn something. You're gonna go try a new bait. What are some other challenges that you would like me to do? Leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And I love input. Y'all are a part of this channel, so I want you to have feedback and input. Let me know. If there's something you'd like me to do, or something you'd like me to try, some stupid challenge that you think would be funny, obviously within reason and morals. So I think we're going to give one more cast right over there, right along that shoreline right there. Let's see if we can't pick one up, but if not, we're gonna call it a day. 2 fish on the Rat 1 out of 3. Challenge accepted and challenge completed. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You know the deal. Live long, love hard, catch fish. Peace. Oh my gosh, dude, I just threw this white rat out there just for the heck of it, and that fish came up and freaking clobbered that rat. When I say that he clobbered it, he freaking hammered that rat. The white one that I had tied on, oh my gosh, that was insanity. That fish came out of nowhere and clobbered that rat. That was awesome, and I had my camera off. Gosh, it's so frustrating. That's why when I'm doing videos and I start breathing hard, because my excitement, I cannot contain myself, because just the anticipation of something hitting this bait or any bait that I put on, it's too much to handle sometimes. And dude, that fish came out and hammered this white rat. That was awesome. So that's gonna be my next challenge, to catch one on this white rat. That was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I put it on there, threw it out there. I threw it out there just for the heck of it. And that fish came out and annihilated it. That was awesome. If we can get one of these really, really overcast days, this rat is going to do extremely well. Gosh, that was insane. Insanity. Guys, that was awesome. I'm gonna let my batteries charge, and if I have time, I will hit up my other pond today with this white rat and see if I can't make something happen. But as for now, you know the deal. Live long, love hard, catch fish again. Peace.